director of Kids Need to Read, and I'm the author of The Little Flame. And this is The Little Flame, as envisioned by our illustrator Stephen Riley and sewn by a talented young seamstress named Carly Woolley. So this is the main character of our book. She goes on a journey that I think is very similar to the journeys all of us take through life, and kind of gathering upon our experiences to develop our character traits. Whether we're strong or weak is how we choose to take those traits and make use of them. The reason I wrote the book was as a catharsis for myself. I had undergone many of the same experiences that the Little Flame goes through in the book. Actually, all of them are based on my own personal experiences and my own difficulty with letting go of anger. I think that's one of the hardest things people have to deal with, both children and adults. And I actually think this book is very good for children and adults as well. Even though it's a simplified tale, sometimes adults make things very complicated when they're actually very simple. And if we just look at it in a more simplified light, we gain understanding. So I actually think, even though it's a children's picture book, it's good for anyone, especially people who might be struggling with letting go of anger or other negative character traits. I had to learn this process that is then reflected in the book, but it's a very joyful, spirit-filled journey that this little character takes. And it also, in the end of the book, it alludes to the fact that in order to have global peace, we all have to find personal peace, and there can't be global peace without that. So that is kind of alluded to in the end of the book.
I chose Stephen Riley to illustrate The Little Flame because it takes place fully in the natural world, and Stephen, like me, is very influenced by nature. We're both big hikers. We love to be outside. I personally get a lot of my spirituality from nature. So I knew that he would understand it. I knew that he would understand all my visual descriptions, and he has totally nailed it. Actually, his illustrations go beyond my wildest dreams.
It was Denise from cover to cover. You know, all her enthusiasm, all her joy, and just right there in front of me in this manuscript. And really, it attracted me also because it's the message that you want your kids to know. And I have a couple of kids myself, and as a parent, you want to train them to think a certain way, to have certain attitudes about life, and to treat others in a certain way. And this book really wraps all of that up. It gives a great example of this little life being the little flame that travels through this kind of journey, and as it goes, it learns all the life lessons that you want to teach your kids.
I thought it was important to give the book to Kids Need to Read because the book ultimately is about the value of giving and what it can bring to your life. And so I wanted to give it away to other people, to kids I know who can use this story and apply it to their own lives. Most of the kids that Kids Need to Read deals with are impoverished and under very challenging circumstances. And so I thought, who better could benefit from this book? So we hope that you will support the project. That way you can get a book for yourself and then allow us to purchase thousands of books to give to kids. And it's very, very important.
I really think that it's going to be a great book. I think it's going to really do well. I hope that it does. I hope that it does for Kids Need to Read also. It's a great organization, and I know that this book is going to be something that Kids Need to Read puts out there, and hopefully it'll be something that'll make an impact.
So please, please support the project and the Little Flame.